I have two managers here to speak with me this morning. Ayana Francis, who is manager of Community Mediation Services Division, as well as Fidel Sanatan, who is also manager in that division. So good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
And thank you so much for joining me this morning. I'm excited to speak about, the services being done in the Community Mediation Services Division in the Ministry of Sport and Community Development, because we're talking about, looking at co-parenting and the parenting support group and virtual symposium that you'll be having for that. So let's just start with this virtual symposium, because I know that there are different parts. So Ayana, just bring us up to speed about, this virtual symposium that you all are having for this parenting support group.
All right, so our ministry is hosting a parental support group symposium. This initiative, it came about from our clients and the needs that they really identified to us, as well as the needs that we would have observed from our clientele in our division. So the topics would have actually came from the clients and what they wanted to see in light of the circumstances that's happening now. So we have a number of topics that we're dealing with in the symposium. It's a 9-part series. The first workshop deals with stress management, which workshop 1 to 3 deals with stress management among yourself, your relationships, and your children. The other workshop, which is workshop 4 to 6, it deals with creating a safe space and tackling the issue of gender-based violence. And with that workshop, we're going to be collaborating with the UN Women, who will be dealing with this issue and talking about these issues with our participants. And the final workshop, we will be dealing with financial management, right? And that workshop is going to be handled by the central bank, right? And we will be collaborating with them, where, we're going to teach clients on how it is you can better budget, how you can make investments, so the right investments, not to take too much risk, or to take the right risks and make the right initiatives when it comes to your finances.
No,
So
but
this is what
Ayana, I have to be honest with you. This sounds amazing to me. And what is even more important, and let me just bring Fidel in on the conversation, is that you're saying that these workshops and these symposiums came out of what people were asking for at the community level?
Yes. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Go ahead, Fidel.
Okay, so Natalie, it's so great in that we have something called parenting support groups, which are virtual meetings at this point in time that take place on a monthly basis. We have 8 centers throughout Trinidad, and those virtual meetings are where persons, who usually parents, come and they engage in psychosocial education as well as support. And the topics that are done in our symposiums come out of the needs identified by the parents in the parenting support groups, and we have one men's support group. So there are targeted programs being offered which came from our client population.
Right. So people are literally asking for help in certain areas.
Yes, that is correct.
So Ayana, you mentioned some of them. What the virtual symposium is going to be looking at. Mention them to me again. I remember hearing financing in there.
Yes, so our final 3 workshops will be talking about financial management. So managing your money, and also creating opportunities. That's where we're going to collaborate with some other NGOs who would bring different perspectives on, what help is available to you. So not just budgeting what you have, but if you don't have, how do you create those opportunities?
Right.
So it's really going to be a very value-filled workshop.
Right. So you have these workshops 1 to 3, stress management and building a routine at home. And so how do we register for these workshops if we're sitting and we're listening and we're saying, okay, we're having these amazing workshops to deal with the family, you know, the parenting support group, and they can have these co-parenting sessions. How do they get, you know, involved in it?
Well, definitely, you're going to go right now to our social media page, the Ministry of Sport and Community Development. Click like, follow, right? And make sure that you get those notifications to see when the registration is going to be open, because it's going to be open soon. Because our first workshop starts next week, Wednesday to
Yeah.
Friday, right? So you want to make sure you get that notification. When you receive the notification, you go on our website and on www.mscd.gov.tt, and you see the Parental Support Group Symposium, and you register. And make sure and register early, because the deadline ends next week, Tuesday, right? So you have to look out for the opening of the registration and don't miss it.
Right. So if we're registering, can we register for, it's just this workshop? How does it work? Because I know that you have different workshops at different times throughout August. When they're registered,
Yeah,
is it
so
that they can register for all of them?
you register by 3 workshops. So you register for this first workshop 1 to 3, and then you could register for the others afterwards.
Right, when they come up. So,
Yeah.
you know, talk to us again about the topics that will be covered. Let's go with workshop number 1, because that's the one that we'll be looking at, and that will be dealing with, let me see, managing your anxiety and building a routine for yourself. And but is it, hold on, Ayana, so workshops 1 to 3 is a stress management and building a routine at home. But then you break that down. Talk to us, because you have the 4th of August, you're doing managing your anxiety and building a routine for yourself. Then the 5th, building and maintaining relationships in the new normal. So that's what I was asking. When you're registering, are you registering for workshop number 1 to 3, or are you just registering for just number 1 and you have to go through 1, 2, 3?
No, you could register for workshop 1, 2, and 3 at the same time.
Right.
And I encourage you to register for all 3, right? Because the first workshop, it deals with yourself, how stress impacts you. The second one deals with how stress impacts your relationships, and the third one is how it's impacting your children, and what you could do to, you know, combat that, what coping mechanisms you could put in place to help when you have those stressful issues.
Yeah. So the process for registration is to just go on the website
CD.
MSCD. I tried to work it out as I speak with you. mscd.gov.tt.
Right. Yes, but before you do that, make sure and go and like our page, so you can get the notification when the registration is open.
Right.
Yeah.
So go on Facebook and like the Ministry of Social Development.
Yes, like and follow our pages, our social media pages, so you can get that notification. Yes.
Right. I have to tell you again, especially in this time of COVID, I know that a lot of people are under stress. So I'm happy to see that you're having these co-parenting support initiatives, so that people can get the opportunity. As you said, it came out of what they asked for. So it means that people are recognizing that they're stressed, you know, and that they need some kind of help. You know, so all right. So the symposium is about co-parenting, am I correct? Parent, or you want to go with the parental
support? Right. So the co-parenting is what Fidel will talk about.
Right. All right. So the symposium about the parenting support group and what they've asked for at the community development level. So you said eight groups.
Correct. 8 parental support groups that meet monthly.
Right.
At different locations.
And it's coming out of these groups that these people have asked to get these things, to talk about these things, and hence this virtual symposium that you're having.
Yes, correct. It's out of these groups, and also our clientele, and what we observe are the trending issues.
And the symposium starts the 4th of August, and you go on the Facebook page and click like, so you can get notification for when registration starts.
Yes, correct.
And when does the registration start?
Registration is going to start soon. Look out either today or tomorrow. So,
All
so
right,
don't
so
miss it.
either today or tomorrow registration starts, and you can all, once it starts, you can go to the website mscd.gov.tt and
Yes,
look for Parent and Support Group Symposium and go through the
correct.
process. Yeah?
That's right.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So is there a cost attached to this symposium?
No, it's absolutely free. All this information is free to the public, to anyone who wants to participate. And you can invite your guardians, you can invite your uncle, your aunties, let them get on board and join in.
Right. And let's say I want to go like a group event or like how all of us are here. Can we register as one entity? How do we organize?
You have to register individually, but you can indicate if you're coming from a particular organization.
Mm-hmm. So also
Yeah.
on the website, it would cater for all of that?
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
Right.
On the registration form, yes.
All right. So talk to us about what other services does the Community Mediation Division provide?
Okay, so our mediation division is what its name says. We deal with conflict resolution, right? So we have programs that are geared towards that. We have mediation, which is what is mediation? And I like to say what it is because people get a little confused with mediation and meditation. So mediation basically is if you have a conflict with a neighbor, family, friend, landlord, tenant, any type of issue, you can come to our services where a mediator will be provided. A mediator is a neutral third party who would listen to the both sides of the story and help you to come up with an amicable solution.
And and
So
and Fidel, sorry, we haven't checked in with you a while, but you wanted to talk about the co-parenting program a little bit. So we have maybe like about a minute and a half.
Okay, all right. Well, let me just go quickly into it. Ayana was talking about mediation, and co-parenting comes with the other side of the service that we offer, which is
Yeah.
counseling, and coming out of a need that we got from persons who were referred by the court. There are the magistracy registered 14,000 matters uh, pertaining to divorce and custody in
Yeah.
2018, 2019. It was 13,000 matters last year. There are a lot of persons who are going through divorce and custody and maintenance issues. The co-parenting program is geared towards doing group therapy with persons who are going through the end of a romantic relationship, who have children, to assist them in creating a co-parenting plan to work out what is best for the children. The tagline for the co-parenting program is, "This child is our business." Now, being a therapeutic intervention, the target audience is smaller than our larger programs, such as the PSG Symposium.
All right.
However, we are targeting 180 persons throughout the course of the year.
Go ahead, I'm listening to you because I find that this is important because if you're having all of these divorces and all of these cases coming out of the courts, obviously you need that kind of support system to ensure that there's a smooth transition.
That's right. And often persons get tied up in the separation emotions aspect of the divorce and don't always pay attention to the impact that the divorce and divorce settlements or the separation and custody arrangements are going to have on the children, which is why we have this program to help persons be more child focused in their approach to the separation or divorce.
Right. So if for this co-parenting program now, which is separate from the parental support group, the 8 communities groups that we have that you're having this symposium for, how do we get into this co-parenting program?
All right. Well, I'm happy that you asked that question because there is a lot of interest to the point where our first cycle, which is going to start in August and end in November, is actually fully subscribed. What we're
Wow.
going to do is start advertising in September for our cycle 2 so that persons could be screened. Again, this is a therapeutic intervention. It's not that you sit down and get information. You have to actually participate and
Yes.
discuss difficult emotions. So screening for cycle 2 begins in September, and just like Ayana said, you have to go on our ministry's Facebook page. It will be advertised there. And from there, when you register your interest, we will be in contact with you.
You know what, Fidel? I think for the co-parenting program, we should, in September, check back in so that we can speak about it again, so that people who are interested can sign up. Who knows? Maybe by then it's going to be oversubscribed as well.
Yes, there's a definite interest in the program, and always, Natalie, you are a gracious host. We would be happy to return as many times as you want us.
Yeah. But Ayana, Fidel, we are going to have to leave it there. But I understand. I think I understand the co-parenting program. You said that the registration for the second cycle starts in September. So follow the Facebook page to see when those notifications come in. And of course, the parenting support group, their symposium, that's ongoing now, starts, I think, the 4th of August. Sign up online again, check out the Facebook page for those notifications, and go to the Ministry of Sports and Community Development
Yes.
website to get the information. Ayana, Fidel, I want to thank you so much for speaking with us this morning.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Yes, you're most welcome. And I think that these are excellent initiatives, honestly to God.